So real short one. This is going to be on the spleen. So we're still on chapter 20. And the spleen is a blood-rich organ. It's about the size of a fist. It's on the left side of the abdominal cavity, just below the stomach. It is the largest lymphoid organ, and it's served by the splenic artery and vein, which are going to enter and exit at the hilum. And there are a number of functions. There's 2 listed here, and then there's some more listed, 3 more listed later. But the 2 big functions listed here, they are the site of lymphocyte proliferation and immune surveillance and response. In addition, the spleen also cleans the blood of old blood cells and platelets, and then the macrophages remove debris. So the spleen sits below the stomach, left side of the abdominal cavity, pretty large organ. Served by the splenic artery and the splenic vein. Here's the splenic artery, here's the splenic vein, and you can see it would just circulate throughout in here. And I'm going to show you histology pictures here in a moment. And then we have a real spleen and what it would look like. And you can kind of see the location. So we have, it's going to sit below the diaphragm, and then here's the kidney and an adrenal gland, because the adrenal glands sit on the kidneys. And then the pancreas is here. This would be the splenic artery. There are 3 additional functions of the spleen. One is to store breakdown products of red blood cells like iron for later reuse. It also stores blood platelets and monocytes for release into the blood when needed. And it may be the site of fetal erythrocyte production. The spleen is encased by a fibrous capsule and also has trabeculae. Histologically, it consists of 2 components, white pulp and red pulp. White pulp is where the immune function is going to occur. Consists mostly of lymphocytes on reticular fibers, and what you're going to find is these white pulp clusters around central arteries, and they appear as islands of white in a sea of red pulp. And then the red pulp is where the old blood cells and bloodborne pathogens are destroyed. It's going to be rich in red blood cells and macrophages that engulf them. And it's going to be composed of splenic cords, which is reticular tissue, that separate blood-filled splenic sinusoids. So looking at this picture, and you're not going to have to label this on an exam, so do not worry about having to try to label this on an exam. But we have this central artery here, and then the white pulp surrounding it, and then this red pulp around the white pulp. So it looks like white pulp in a sea of red pulp. Same thing here, the white pulp. This, again, immune stuff is going on in the white pulp. And then in the red pulp, this is where the old red blood cells are getting destroyed. And these are your questions. It was a short one. That's all I have for it.